Morning, eighth graders. Catlin here with your help for lesson 5, the final question on your or set of questions on your homework for this week and Friday's NTI. Just going to go through this with you and start off the weekend. All right. So we're looking at a graph here that's showing a function over time. I'm sorry, over distance compared to speed. Okay, it's a function of distance compared to speed. So our distance is actually our input or our independent variable here, distance in kilometers, and the distance mark in the race is what is influencing how fast Diego is running. All right, so we look at different distances we are along the race from 0 to 10K in the 10-kilometer race. We can see, okay, how fast was Diego moving at these different points. So the first question was, what was Diego's speed at the 5-kilometer mark in the race? Well, as we kind of track along his uh, his racing here, we look at the 5-kilometer mark, which is here. This is where the 5 is. We go up and see what the output would be on the y-axis, and that would be 10. A lot of people look at this and they think that it's like him climbing hills or something. In fact, it could be the opposite of that, because if he climbed a hill, he would probably be running faster. So between like mile or kilometer 1 and 2, since his speed went up, he actually was having a quicker part of the race. So this is not him climbing hills, going down hills, running on flat land. It's not what this is. It's not an elevation graph. This is at different distances along the way. He changed his speed. He increased it some, he decreased it some. Sometimes he stayed the same. He was constant. So that's what this graph is showing. So what was his speed at 5-kilometer mark in the race? It was 10, and don't forget your units, kilometers per hour. We're just going to write kph for that, kph. All right, according to the graph, where was Diego when he was going the slowest during the race? So this is a where question, which is what distance. This time the function is giving you the output, okay, his slowest output. So if we're looking for the slowest number on the y, we're looking for the one that's lowest, which we just kind of have to track down here at the lowest. That would be here. This is where he was at his slowest. His slowest point in the race was found at right at kilometer 3 on the x-axis. So 3 comma 5, which is what, not 5, it probably looks like it's 8, sorry. So he was going 8 kilometers per hour, a third kilometer in the race, and that was his slowest mark. So where, we're going to say at the 3-kilometer mark. These are actually pretty easy questions, and you guys are generally good at reading graphs, so I don't see any big issues that you might have here. Now, the description part, I want detail, right? I don't just want basic things. I want you to give me very specific details on this, and I'll show you an example of the first part of it here. We are describing what happened to him in the second half of the race. Okay, they even give you what that is. That's from kilometer 5 to 10. So we're talking about the range of the graph from this point all the way to the end of the race. We want to describe his behavior in speed from the 5th to the 10th kilometer. He did a lot of different things. And if you look at it from the 5th to 6th kilometer, he has this section in his graph, which I'll highlight in green. Okay, this green section right here, he picks up his pace. Okay, so we're going to say from kilometer 5 to 6, he increases pace. Let's write that down. From kilometer 5 to 6, Diego increases speed from, looks like he goes from 10 kilometers per hour here all the way up to 12, from 10 to 12 kph, kilometers per hour. Okay, now there are 1, 2, 3 other descriptions that you need to add to this one. Okay, you might kind of run out of space as you go, so you can write over here if you need to, but you need to describe what happened here, okay, that I'm highlighting in purple. All right, what would you say happened from that point to that point? I'll help you out with that one, and then I'll let you kind of finish it off. But from the 6 to 8 kilometer mark, from 6 to 8 kilometers, Diego decreases his speed, decreases speed from 12 back to 10, from 12 to 10 kph. So he actually goes back down to where he was at the 5 kilometer mark, but he does it over the course of 2 hours. So he doesn't slow down as quickly as he sped up in the previous kilometer. You can tell that from this slope being steeper than that slope. And that's what slope can help to show us, is that change, how quick that change is happening. Was it more dragged out? Was it happening quicker? Because from the 8 to 9 mark, whenever you start talking about it and you highlight it and you say, what happened there? Well, he picked up the pace. He's nearing the end. Maybe he wanted to pass somebody between the 8th and 9th kilometer. So he went up from 10 to 11 in speed. You need to describe that for me. And then at the end, think about what it means for him to have bottomed out like this and just made a flat, no slope, no change. This section right here would refer to him hanging on to that 11 kilometer per hour speed for that last kilometer. Not increasing, not decreasing. He's just steadily running at 11 kilometers per hour. He's not increasing his speed as he goes. He's just staying at that same speed. Okay? So we can write down he's staying at a constant speed of 11 kilometers per hour. Okay. And then so the only one that you need to add that I didn't write down, and I'll let you describe that somewhere over here or wherever, is this section right here. So don't forget to describe in your own words what's happening there. I'll be looking for those 4 descriptors. Okay. You got 4 different sections of the race that you're supposed to describe. I need to see 4 sentences, 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one that you write. All right. And that finishes up our lessons for this week, guys. I hope that we can get back to school on Monday. Just be prepared to show up on Schoology if we have to. I'm sure they'll be announcing things online and on the different media outlets that we have for being at school. So hopefully we'll see each other face to face on Monday. If not, don't forget my 5th, 6th, and 7th. We'll have a quick Zoom this afternoon at 1 o'clock just to kind of check in. If you have questions, you can ask them then. And then we'll sign off for the weekend. See you guys later.